So today I am here to discuss about a very important topic that is all about transportation. So did you ever realize that when you are eating your food, where it goes to the stomach. But how come your body is getting energy? Okay, your entire body will get energized when you eat food. It is not that stomach is getting energized. And when you are breathing, air is going into lungs. But how come your entire body is getting energy because of respiration? How all this is happening? What is the thing that is moving your nutrients from stomach to all the parts? What is the one that is moving the gases from your lungs to all other parts? Okay, it is nothing but it is the transport system or the circulatory system. Okay, so transport system or circulatory system, it helps in transport of gases, liquids, nutrients which are essential for growth and maintenance of the body of any organism. Okay, and when we talk about organisms, we have two categories of organisms. The unicellular organisms, which are quite primitive. In them actually there won't be any separate system like a circulatory system or the transport system, but it is through the general body surface by the process of diffusion or osmosis, the materials will get transported in and out or within the body. Coming to the multicellular organisms including humans, okay, in them actually diffusion and osmosis or diffusion or osmosis will not work out to its best because the organisms will have large size. So when the size is very large, what will happen? The cells are not easily accessible to the outside environment. So there cannot be exchange of gases, the diffusion and all cannot happen easily. So in the case of multicellular organisms, the limitations are their large size, because of which the cells are not easily available for the process of diffusion, and their high metabolic demands will not allow the process of diffusion or osmosis to circulate whatever the nutrients they need. So it is difficult through these processes. Therefore, in multicellular organisms, they have a separate system which is called the circulatory system. It is called the circulatory system. So what is the circulatory system? What it contains? What are the components? The components include blood vessels, heart and lymph. So we will be discussing about all these four components that will be the part of the circulatory system. So today let us just go on with blood. So you know that all of us have blood. So blood, how much we will have? An adult roughly can have 5 to 6 liters of blood. What is this blood actually? So if you remember in your 9th class, you have learnt about the connective tissues. In that we have learned that blood is a fluid connective tissue. What it is? It is a fluid connective tissue. What it will be made up of? It is made up of 55% of a colorless or a straw colored liquid which is called the plasma, because of which the blood will be flowing, and also it contains 45% will be the cells or the corpuscles. This plasma, which is the liquid portion of the blood, is responsible for its mobility, and also it contains proteins, enzymes, hormones and also different waste products. All that will be present in the dissolved form in the plasma. Okay, it adds volume to the blood. Okay, our blood is voluminous because of the plasma. Coming to the cells, the 45%, what they are making up to. So actually we have three different types of cells. Coming to the cells, we have three different types of cells which are also called the corpuscles. So what are those? The RBC, which are also called the erythrocytes, the red blood cells. WBC, which are also called the leukocytes. They are also called the leukocytes. These are called the erythrocytes. Okay, they are called the erythrocytes. Then we have the platelets, which are also called the thrombocytes. So like this, you have different types of cells which will be performing different functions in the blood. So let us quickly see the features in the form of difference, so that in the exam if it is asked also, it will be easy for you to answer. So here, okay, coming to the shape, RBC are biconcave discs, WBC are irregular or amoeboid in shape, and platelets are small disc-like fragments. Actually, platelets, they are formed from a big cell. By breaking of that cell, the platelets will be formed. So they will be looking like fragments only. Okay, big cells called the megakaryocytes will be broken off to give the fragments of thrombocytes or the platelets. Coming to the nucleus, so you have to remember that RBC is the only mammalian cell which will not have nucleus. So nucleus is absent in RBC. Then in WBC it is present, and in platelets, because these are fragments, they are not the cells, nucleus is obviously absent. Then next, coming to the function. So RBC, they help in transport of oxygen and carbon dioxide, and also the red color to the blood is because of RBC, because RBC contain hemoglobin, okay, which will impart red color to the blood. The next, WBC help in defense and immunity. Your resistance of the body depends upon the WBC. So your WBC, when they improve, your body resistance also improves, and your ability to fight against infections will increase. Then coming to platelets, they help in clotting of the blood. Okay, so whenever there is a small cut or injury, the blood will not be continuously flowing like that, or it will not drip out continuously drop by drop. So it will stop after a moment. How that will happen is because of platelets. Okay, next coming to the count, the number, how many they are present. RBC are up to 5 million. They are more in actually males compared to females. Then WBC are 6,000 to 8,000 cells per cubic mm of blood. And here you have your thrombocytes, which will be 2.5 to 4 lakhs, okay, per cubic mm. So in the case of dengue and all, the platelet count would be decreased below 2.5, below 70,000, like that it will fall off. Then next coming to the lifespan. Lifespan of RBC is 120 days, and coming to WBC, it can be few hours to few days, and coming to the platelets, it is 5 to 10 days, after which regularly these blood cells, they will be made within the bone marrow of the long bones. You know what is the bone marrow? Okay, so this is called the marrow portion. The bone marrow of long bones will help in formation of new blood cells by the process which is called as hematopoiesis. What it is called? It is called as hematopoiesis. By hematopoiesis, okay, these will be made continuously after the lifespan is over. So like this, okay, the blood will be replenished every time. So if you are a blood donor, it is always good for you because, okay, irrespective of whether you are donating your blood or not, after a period of time, your blood cells will be constantly getting replenished. So instead of just wasting of all those blood cells, if you give your blood to some other person, after a period of time, again all these cells would be reformed, which is a regular process that will be going on inside our body. So you can all become blood donors. If you don't have any other problems, do donate your blood and save people who are in need of blood. Okay, thank you.